Here comes the music. I just started the game and stopped it because the music started immediately before I could even start recording. So maybe the music has fixed itself. I've installed Windows 11. I doubt that has anything to do with it. And so far my review of Windows 11 is positive. It's cool. The one thing I'd like to change is I want to position icons on the start menu wherever I want. It kind of does that thing like the Apple, the iPhone screen where you can set the order of the icons, but you can't drag them around and put them where you want like you can on Android. And the ironic thing about it is you can install Android apps on Windows 11 now, but for some reason they make the start menu look like Apple. So explain that. I'm thinking there'll be a future update where you can there'll be some more options for the start menu. A bee came in my room. I still haven't figured out how bees get in. I'm pretty sure they come in my bathroom. And I can't tell if they come in like there's some cracks around the window, or if they come, for some reason I'm suspicious they come through the vent. Like the vent that sucks air out. Anyway, every once in a while a bee gets in my room. And I'm kind of afraid of bees. I'm a friend to bees. I love bees, as you know. Oh, that's nice. Let's take a picture. And I'm not as afraid of them as I used to be. I used to just like wig out and run, basically. Wasps, I hate. Oh my word, like I cannot stand wasps. Just thinking about it makes me, gives me the heebie-jeebies. So here's this bee in my room, and this year I've had probably 5 bees get in my room. So not a lot, not enough to be like, something has to be done about this window or something. But every single bee that has come into my room I've rescued. I open the window, even though I'm scared of them. So it's quite a dance. You know, I kind of let them do their thing, and then I open a window and kind of guide them to the window, or, well, you know, they're naturally, I think they're attracted to the sun or something. Something something having to do with the sun. Oh my word. That's how they navigate. Apparently they use the sun. But this bee today, I don't know what the deal was. It was not interested in the sun. It was interested in me. And it kept flying, you know, clumsily. You know how bees fly. It's just like wandering around, meandering around, but kind of in my direction. And I was kind of waving, you know, I think, you know, not frantically, but I think maybe when I'm waving, it may indicate, you know, threat this way, go the other way. You know, go towards the window, because I'm standing opposite the window. I had already opened 2 windows, but when I did that, you know, and it was at the windows when I was doing that. When I did that, then it starts flying towards me again. And I was like, I don't know. I don't have anything for you. What am I supposed to do with the bee? You know, and why is it interested? You know, does it want to land on me? Anyway, you know, I was calm this whole time, but just like, you know, what's going on here? And I kept, you know, I kept kind of motioning at it, like, get away, get away. Not like, you know, once again, not like I was scared, but I was trying to get it to fly the other direction. Well, it wouldn't. And it chased me into, there's a door between kind of my gaming room. This is my gaming room. And my living room and bedroom. It's like the same room. This is basically like a loft I live in. A loft studio. Studio loft. And there's 2 rooms. And so it kind of chased me into the other room. And so I shut the door because I was like, if it gets in this room, it's over, because the windows in that room don't open. You know, one of them does, but there's a screen on it, and I'd have to pull the screen off. It's not just like a sliding screen, it's like Velcro on there. And plus there's blinds, you know, it's just like, even if it found the windows, even if it found the right window, you know, it's just very little chance I could ever free it. So I closed the door, and I was like, okay, that'll just, you know, at least maybe he'll, since I'm so attractive for some reason, to her. I got these are her, right? No, they're boys. Are they boys or girls? I can't remember. I know the queen is a girl, and the drones must be boys. Are the worker bees girls, I think? I think they're girls. Anyway. I'm like, what's up with you, girl? Back off. And so I close the door and I'll be like, okay, now she'll fly towards the window and we can try that again because the windows were open. So I give it a few minutes. Can't remember what I was doing in there, but you know, I had something, you know. Oh, I washed the dishes. I washed a couple dishes. And then I open the door again and it's just right there. And in fact, it flies in. You know, I'm trying to keep it out. You know, it was like one of those things where is it? Where is it? And then buzz, buzz. It's like right in my face. So and it flew through the door. So I'm like, great. And now, you know, now it's like, it's really like, what is it? What do you want from me? You know, like you should be kind of fearing your life right now because you're in this strange environment with no food and you can't see the sun. So you should kind of be like working on that a little bit. But no, it's just kind of trying to get over to me. And I was like, you know, maybe I smell sweet or something. I did have some coffee this morning that had maple syrup in it. And I'm sure they love maple syrup. Can you imagine a bee and then, wow, maple syrup. It's almost as good as honey. Maybe even better. Sorry, bees. But yeah, like, anyway, maybe I just had some maple syrup remnants on my lips or something and I wanted to check it out. Of course, the answer to that's going to be no. Even if I was like really into bees, if it was like flying at my face, that's just a boundary, you know? Well, so now what do? It's like flying at me. I back out of the room completely. The door to my loft studio, or did I say, is it a loft studio or is it a studio loft? The door to my studio loft is in there and it opens up to the hall, the second floor hall of the renewal center, like the, you know, open space. The stairwell, basically. So I step out into the hall with stairway landing, the second floor landing, basically. And there's a screen on that door because I hate mosquitoes and I hate mosquitoes, and so I have a mosquito net on that door. So I step outside and it can't get to me because there's the mosquito net, but it's just like kind of bumping into the mosquito net, like totally obsessed trying to get to me, you know? Well, and not angrily, but it's just like something interesting that way I want to investigate. Is that kind of flying? So, you know, it wasn't like scary or aggressive, but there's that tree over there, looks so cool. So I'm like, okay, here's what we can do since he's in my bedroom now, and he's just gonna die in there. You know, he's not gonna get to the windows, like I said. It's just not gonna happen in there. So I was like, I think this is the first bee that's gonna die this year. Did I tell you I saved every single bee? I keep jumping around. But every single bee that has come into my studio loft this year, I have saved by opening the window. I think I said that. So I was like, great, this is gonna be the first bee that dies in my room. But I was like, okay, let's at least get it out of my room since it's like trying to get to me. Let's swap places. I'll open the mosquito net, let them fly out, and then I'll go back into my room, close the mosquito net, completely close the door. And so that's what I did. It was kind of tricky because the mosquito net doesn't really open all the way. It just kind of, it hangs. So I just kind of had to make a big opening, but this was a pretty smart bee. So I, well, other than being obsessed with me. So I let her out, and then I jumped into the room, closed the mosquito net, and it was trying to get to me once again. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna just close the door completely here, and it took probably not even a full minute, but I had to wait for him to kind of bump into the net a few times and then get to a position where I could close the door without closing him in between the net and the door. But anyway, I did it. And at that point, I was like, sorry, bee, you're dead. You're just gonna have to fly somewhere and die because, you seem to be trying to get to me, and now you're out in the hall, and I'm not gonna like try and chase you around and see where you go and try and guide you to a window. I mean, the whole there's the first floor door, and the first floor we just kind of keep open pretty much all the time, even at night. Sometimes just the doors are open. It's like Hawaii. It's kind of been my dream, is to live in a place where the doors are just always open. And I never thought I would do it in a place, like that wasn't perfect weather all the time, like Hawaii. Well, Hawaii is hot. Well, it can be. I don't know how perfect the weather is in Hawaii, actually. I've been to Hawaii, but it wasn't that long. It seems like I was a little bit hot, but not like. Anyway, we keep the doors open even in the summer and the winter. So, there was a small chance that it would find its way out, but I was not hopeful. So anyway, I just go about my business in my room. I've written her off completely. But then, a few minutes later, I'm like, okay, I'll just check on the bee and see if it's, there's one window in the stairwell that I thought maybe had potential, if it went over there. It's pretty easy to open that window, but I wasn't going to open it in advance because there's just no, it's just like it's vast out of my room. There's many options on where she could fly. So I'm not going to just take a guess and open random windows. But lo and behold, the bee was at that window. And so I walk down half the stairwell and I open one of the windows and it flies right out. Did you hear that bird? Was that in Minecraft or was that IRL? That means in real life. So I still have a perfect record of saving bees. This year. I did not save all the bees last year. There was this time that there were a lot of bees coming into my bathroom and they would, get in there and I'd just see them dead. Every once in a while I'd see them flying around and try and save them. And maybe I saved some and didn't others. I don't really remember. But this year, perfect record. And I think now it's going to be like a game for me because after this drama with this bee today, I'm just like, I can save any bee, even if it's like trying to lick the maple syrup from my lips. It looks so cool over there. It just looks great. I feel like it looks cooler than the cliffs at the other temples, I can't wait to get this temple Oh, y'all lost. Y'all lost the contest because nobody contacted me. Maybe there's a maybe. The contest may not be over. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know, sometimes I'm not sure. Oops. The timing of, you know, when I record and when it becomes public on YouTube. I release a maximum of one video a week because I want to try and give you content regularly. And sometimes I'm in the mood to play Minecraft and sometimes I'm not, and so that helps smooth it over. Especially with this, it's just like mind-numbing razing of the jungle, you know? Oh my word. Look how pretty that is. Look at all those vines in there. It's just so cool. This of temples and totems. I just love this jungle that they've created. And that river, you know, aside from the temples, which are cool, but you know, they're not the coolest structures I've seen in Minecraft. I'm sure they're up there, but the nature in this one, the cliffs and the jungle, the vines are so cool. You have not only these vines that are like this, that are fences, fence posts basically, but and other like hanging over the river, there's the leafy vines. So cool. I just cannot get over it. I'm washing my laundry today. I want to talk to you next time. That bee story went on way longer than I expected. But I think next episode I want to talk to you about something called Titan Maker. You can look up the website titanmaker.com. You know, we've been talking about meditation and mindfulness, and I love it, and it's a part of my life, and really is helpful for me. But I've learned through the years that it's not for everybody. I think, well, we don't need to really analyze why it's not for everybody. But for some reason, you know, it just doesn't click, or they're weirded out by it. Whatever. It makes them dizzy. That's been one. Somebody told me. And okay, bye-bye. One of the guys is leaving for work. Hope that wasn't loud. Anyway, the person who taught me most about meditation and got me into it originally also devised this process called Titan Maker, which is a way to essentially deal with conflict. Or, and this is like the same thing, like what to do when you experience a intense emotion, anger, sadness, fear, or disgust. How to process it. You know, if you have an intense experience of an emotion, there's a conflict, right? You're angry because someone's done something that you didn't appreciate. You're fearful because, you know, a test coming up or interview, starting a new job. Stuff like that. And what I like about it is, and like, here's the difference. Meditation and mindfulness they can be pretty abstract and I think they're extremely effective, but it's just kind of like a cloud. There's so many places you can go and so many things you can do in meditation and mindfulness. And you may just like need a road map, you know, for solving a conflict. And I feel like it's like it, it involves this process, Titan Maker. It's 6 steps. It involves meditation and mindfulness in a way, certainly. as I understand it, and it is enhanced by it, but it's like, you know what to do when you experience a conflict or an intense emotion, which we're defining as the same thing. Gives you a plan, and it leads you to, it gives you a way to process the emotion, take responsibility for it, and for the situation generally, and then to create a solution to the conflict that will work consistently in the future when you have more conflicts. And here's the thing. People may not like it or want to practice it, but it would work for everybody. Like, there's no excuse, there's no like, oh, I get dizzy when I close my eyes, or this just feels silly to me. Kind of the normal resistance people might have to mindfulness and meditation. This is just like nothing abstract, nothing kind of, yoga, spiritual, of course it's not, it doesn't have to be, but you get it. We've been doing this long enough that you get me. And I think you're the only one. Let's get rid of these vines. But I think we'll start it next time. Because I think this episode's been long enough, and I told that story about the bee. Let's just see where we're at now. Plus, I'm doing my laundry, and I want to go. Looks really good. We're really making progress. Meaning, do you think we have 1/3 of it done? I think we do. It goes further back here, keep in mind. But I think we're 1/3 done. It's really cool. I was thinking about just like cutting up, like going right through the middle. There's nothing wrong with that as long as I just did it like in a semi-organized fashion, and it feels like it might be like divide and conquer, you get it. I'm lost. Oh, here I was. Here I am.